Hello my dear students, welcome back to online class. Today I am going to discuss pond and lakes, that is freshwater aquatic habitat. Okay, let's start. So here today we are going to discuss freshwater habitat. Okay, so now can you answer some question? Have you seen plants growing in ponds, lakes, river and even some drains? So to observe those, go on a field trip to a nearby pond if possible and try to observe the kind of plants that are seen there. Observe the leaves, stems, roots of these plants. Then you can conclude that how these are different from the normal plant. Now let's begin with freshwater habitat and what is this? Okay, so rivers, lakes, ponds, etc. comprise the freshwater habitats, and 3% of world water is accounted as freshwater, but still a wide variety of species are found here. Here species means organisms are found here. Okay, snail, worms, etc. or etc. are found in this habitat. Now let's see something new. As you know that ponds and lakes are freshwater. These are under freshwater habitat, and the plants which are grows there, how they looks like. Water plants can be completely submerged in water, like hydrilla, or floating on surface of the water, such as like water lily, lotus, water hyacinth. Hydrilla is a plant that is totally submerged in the water. Okay, and some floating on the surface of water, like water lily. Here you can see three picture. Okay, first one is the water hyacinth. Okay, water hyacinth in Bengali it is also known as kochuri pana. Next one is lotus. Next water lily. Okay, and roots are much reduced in size. Here the roots are very reduced. Okay, and since their main function is to hold the plant in place. Okay, and stems of aquatic plants are long, and you can see that the stems of lotus, lily, these are very long and hollow and very light in weight, and so that they can bend in along with the water movement, and that is according to the water movement they can uh, easily bend their stems. Okay, such for example like water lily, you can see here the picture. The stems grow up to the surface of water while the leaves and flowers float on the surface of water. Stems grow up to the surface of water. Here you can easily see the stem, and leaves and flowers float on the surface of water. On the surface of water, the leaves and flowers actually float. Okay. Next, totally submerged plants have narrow and ribbon-like leaves. These can bend in flowing water. Here you can see one picture of that type of plant that is known as ribbon-like leaves, tapped grass. These can bend in flowing water. Okay, according to the flow of water they can bend. Okay. Next, stems have air spaces to enable the plant to float. So why they can easily float in the water or in the surface, on the above surface of the water? Actually, stems have air space to enable the plant to float. Air space between the stems, inside structure. Okay. Then floating plants are large and flat, and they have waxy upper surface that makes them waterproof. as the floating plants are very large and flat, okay, and they have waxy upper surface. The upper surface is wax like, and that makes them waterproof. Have you ever seen by putting some water droplets on the leaf of lotus or lily, that will actually, how you can see this, you have to experiment it, okay. Then they have stomata on the upper surface which are exposed to the air. Actually, stomata here are the small pores that are present in the leaves for exchange of gases, okay. And now the next things, that is the adaptation in freshwater habitat, that is frogs are adapted to live both on land and water, so that they are called amphibians. As you know that they live both on land and water, and they have strong back legs and front legs, and they are also having webbed foot which allows them to swim in water. Webbed foot, you can see webbed foot, okay. So what we have learned, that frogs are adapted to live both on land and water, and they have a strong back portion and their legs also, and webbed feet that allows them to swim in water, okay.